Hi, welcome to this very special conversation with Pillion Expats. My name is Meghna.
Hi, I'm Asavri, and we share stories of really resilient expat spouses on our page. Today's story is not only inspiring but also quite a different one. We are speaking with Smita Salagare, who has arrived in Denmark 15 years ago as a trailing spouse. But we cannot call her trailing anymore because she is leading the way. In her 15 years, she has built her own identity, her own thriving career with some challenges, and now she is coursing through the next phase of her life as a politician. Smita, thank you so much for speaking with Pillion Expats.
Thank you, Asavari, and thank you, Meghna, connecting with me. And I think it's a great opportunity to go through the wide spouses who are coming to the Denmark and actually have same history as of me, who are coming after their husband and starting a new life here. So thanks for inviting me for this Zoom meeting.
Thank
Very
you.
thankful. Yeah.
So, Smita, we would like to begin, this particular session. We would want you to share a little bit of your story, like where you grew up in India, your education, your early professional life before moving to Denmark.
Yeah, actually, I come from Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. I actually born in India, and basically my whole education and childhood is gone in Mumbai. So basically, I done my graduation in Mumbai. I'm from the very middle class family, and my parents they were believing that girls should get only one thing from the family, that's a good education and good values. So they have put all the education and values in upbringing me. So basically, I done my bachelor's in the dentistry and master's in dentistry from Mumbai, from the Mumbai University. And after that, I was practicing as a dentist in Mumbai, where I had my own private practice in Mumbai. And along with that, I was actually teaching undergraduate and postgraduate students in Mahatma Gandhi Medical College in Mumbai. So I had my whole setup and a good base life in Mumbai before I moved to Denmark.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. And then what made you leave all of that and your whole family moving to Denmark? How did the move happen for you?
Actually, my husband, he got a very good job placement in the Mid-Jylland, which is one of the Jylland part of the Denmark, and he got as a sales director position in one of the international company.
Mm.
And when he came to Denmark, he understood that Scandinavian culture is a very flat system. There is no hierarchy, and the placement what he got was at the international basis. So he told me to come to Denmark and see how it is, and if it goes with your job perspective, you can actually shift there. So he actually sold Denmark. He's a very good sales director. So he actually sold Denmark in the best time period. That was in July month, and I came here in September, and actually the thing was very different. Perhaps it is, I could see that the weather and everything was completely different in July to September. So I came after my husband as a spouse in this country.
And then when you first arrived, what were your first impressions about Denmark? And do you think now, 15 years later, has it changed, especially for expats?
I understood when I landed in Denmark, this country, there are two things which I very much impressed. That was there was no hierarchy, there was an open culture, and it is a very developed nation. So I like that very much, and that's why I got attracted to the Denmark most first time. And when I landed here, I understood that there is a one thing which is the language, and you have to learn the language. Danish language is a barrier for the many things, for the work here as well as for your starting your new life and to establish in your career. So Danish language is the biggest barrier in all those things. So I have understood, and my husband also understood. If you want to be here, and if I want to start my job here in Denmark, so we have to break that language barrier, and then we have to integrate in the system. And after 16 years, I could see that that was the best decision I have taken, because I used to go around 8 hours in language school in the Herning. That time we used to live in the Herning.
Mm.
And that time I used to go 8 hours, 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon, and 2 hours for the Uteller in they say pronunciation in Danish. that I used to go. So 8 hours I used to do an intensive Danish course for the 1.5 year, 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does sound like a lot of effort and really intense
Exactly, exactly. Because I will just mention it. When you come as a dentist or when you come as a doctor in Denmark, then authorization procedure is a very lengthy procedure. And the Danish level which you need to speak is at the very higher and intensive level. You need to have 7, 7, and 10 grades in Skiftly, Moonly, and Læsning på dansk. And I
Mhm.
got, I'm very proud to say that I got 10, 10, and 12. So, and I achieved that within a short period of time because I used to do a lot to learn the language. It means I used to read the newspaper, all the things which is comes in the news box. I used to listen the Danish music. I used to watch the Danish TV. So that because my job profession that needs a very high level of Danish level language. That's why.
Yeah. And then because you come from a dentistry background, you had your own specific challenges there. What were some of, other than the language being that barrier, what other challenges did you face when you moved to Denmark?
Yeah, I was a specialist dentist in India. I'm an endodontist by profession, where I have done my bachelor's and master's. And India, where you have a specialized fields, where you work in your specialized field and you only concentrate in those patients. But here in Denmark, you need to start your authorization as a normal dentist.
Mm,
And that authorization procedure is very, very lengthy. First, in that procedure, I need to send my papers to the Sundhedsstyrelsen, which is the Danish ministerial health system. And they approved my papers. Then I have to start with my Danish language. I need to get very high characters, that
mm,
is 7, 7, and 10. After passing the language, actually, you can give your Danish authorization dentistry test, which always held in Danish, not in
mm,
any other language, not
mm,
in English either. And
mm,
that goes in Copenhagen University. So I started in Copenhagen University and I gave those child patient, adult patient
mm,
test, and all the those are the practical test as well as written test. So
mm,
these tests are passed. Then I had a Sunahil's Love Giving courses, which is a dance legislation or Danish legislation system.
mm,
How the system works here for the
mm,
doctors, dentists, what
mm,
are the laws which are abide in them. So
mm,
that I have to take that course, and then I have to pass that course also. And after that, I got a temporary authorization to work. And 1 year, I have to work under somebody with the 1,680 hours, that is around child patient and adult patient. And then I got the full authorization as the dentist. So it was a very lengthy and long process and time consuming process.
mm.
Yeah.
Smita, in last 15 years, I'm sure you would have gone through different emotions and challenges. So we would really like to understand what were some of your proudest moments that you have had, and what were your low points, because I'm sure these two situations would have shaped up your journey.
Yeah, the proudest moment which I remember in my Danish or the Denmark journey, one is when I got the authorization. I was really proud of myself because I didn't had any role model to see at the people who are coming from outside as a dentistry background as me and having so many years of experience and starting again from zero. So that was the first, yeah, that was the first proudest moment for me. Second proudest moment when my son born, which was a personal proudest moment. The
Uh,
third proudest moment when I got a Danish citizenship because I become a citizen and I felt I have achieved something in Denmark. Now I can proudly say that I am a Danish citizen and that my whole uh, journey till date gives some meaning. And one of the proudest moment is driving when I got a driving license in Denmark.
yeah,
That is
that
also difficult
definitely.
thing. That is also one of the proudest moment. And the latest one I will say when I got when I actually contesting for the election for the regional and commune work. So that when I got that news, I got selected for because I was only looking for the commune work, but
Mm.
I got selected for the region also because my party thinks that my profile is very good for the region, and that is also one of the proudest moment. Yeah.
And
So
I'm
these are
sure.
the milestones in my journey.
Absolutely, Smita. It talks volume about you, your grit and your
Yeah.
resilience that you have had. But I'm sure you'd have gone through your own low points because no journey is always on ups. It also has its own low points. So if you could highlight a little bit on that part.
Yeah, exactly. I had many low points, and there were points when I thought I will give up. For example, the first one is the Danish language. The Danish utale, they say
Hmm.
that is the how you pronounce it is very difficult, you know. And for me, a, u, o, that is not in other language. Most of the round vocals, rune vocala, they say Potansk, that means round vocals. These are not in English or other our Indian languages because I come from India. And that time I think reading I can do also the other things in Danish, but this I'm not able to get. But they helped me, the sports school, they saw that I'm so much keen to learn the Danish. So they gave a professor whose name was Andreas, and he used to take 2 hours of how to speak different words and how to pronounce it. And I'm very thankful to the Herning Sports School and La Dance. That is, they have given me a best opportunity to learn the Danish that way. The second low moment was when I was doing the dentistry exams in the Copenhagen University because I was teaching the students back home. I was come from the background where I had a teaching background. I had my own practice, and I was thinking why I'm doing all those things. Why should I do and start from zero, give those exams, and just to be with my husband? But then I said, no, my attitude is I will never give up. I am very much goal oriented and I'm very positive person and I'm an ambitious person. So I said, no, this is the test. This is the test which is put forward. I will not give up. So I understood I will never give up there. And the third thing which I understood uh, is when practical exam was there, that time also I understood because you have to do a practical exam on the child patient and adult patient. And during that time I understood the system here is most of the treatments depends upon the preventive care and prevention. And
Hmm.
India, it is more like operative procedures. So system is different here. Here prevention is more important than the disease cure because
Sure.
the disease happens afterwards, but the prevention is started first. And my whole focus is changed during the giving exam to study from that to prevention treatments. So that was also a low point, but I have come across and I have overcome that. And the latest low point is when I started a hatred on the Facebook, social media, and also on the internet as well as on the Somi, as well as Twitter or the X, we say X platform, where people are saying, "I come from the country which doesn't believe in democracy. Why I'm here? I should go back to the country where I come from." And I'm going to start a Sharia law giving, that is Sharia law here in Denmark. So that comments are coming, and those people I don't know, and they're coming on my Facebook face, my profile on my Instagram, my profile on Twitter, and they are giving a lot of hatred to me and personal hatred, which they don't know me, they don't know my background, they don't know what I'm doing. I'm a dentist, I'm full time contributing to the system, but that gave me a lot of negative influence, and actually I felt very low that time. But I said I'm not give up. I'm not the person who will gives up. Rather, I become more strong, and I want to come more strongly in this all the situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing, Smita. I think definitely I completely agree with you that if you want something, you got to make it happen. It has always been in the history that women have uh, gone through different challenges, but they sailed through, and you are one of the stories. The next question I would like to ask you is about a lot of trailing spouses come to Denmark, and sometimes they are lost because of different challenges Denmark throws at them, and they can't create their own identity. But we would like to understand from you, why was it important for you to have your own identity in Denmark?
Yeah, because I come from India, and Indian women, they are as such very strong women. They are, we have Matru that means the mother-oriented system. As you can see, your mother, my mother, the people who are coming from India, they are very much influence our childhood, our upbringing, and we have seen them working full time. We have seen them balancing their career as well as house as well as children. My mother was also the same person who was taking care of me, bought me so nicely, and I have always see that mother does many things. So myself, she has given me, as I said before, my parents have given me the best education. I was always a good person, a good student, and I was always best in my career. And they gave me a support to start my own private practice. They gave me a support to start my professorship in the dental school. So I was doing really good. So I had my established career. So for me, it was not new. Rather, I was a very, I had a persona where I always in the front foot, and I always fight for my own things, you know. And after coming to Denmark, I said, no, nothing can stop me. I have to be, I cannot forget my roots. I come from the very strong family. I come from the very strong country. I come from the system where the women have so much power and empowerment. And we cannot stop there. I should not stop there. And it is very important. I should fight for myself. Why anybody will fight for me? I should fight for myself. And how to fight? By learning the language, by giving the authorization exams, by finding a job for myself, standing proudly and strongly for myself. And I was having a low points, but I did very furiously and very strongly during my this 15 or 16 years journey in Denmark. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. It definitely speaks about
Yeah.
how you have stood up for yourself. Uh, I'm sure when you came to Denmark and till now, there has been a lot of changes in the system, and also number of people who have been there then and now. Uh,
Mhm.
there is a lot of difference. So we would like to really understand that how did you go about building your social connections with Danes and other internationals, and do you see it's a lot more easy now, or if you could throw some light on that?
Yeah, actually, Danish society is, as I understood, it's my personal meaning, maybe I'm wrong, but they are a little bit introvert. And if you want to be friendly with them, it is very important. You should cross the barrier of language, and basically you need to learn the culture. Then integration becomes very, very easy. Before, my most of the friends and the circle was international when I landed in Denmark. But within a 1 year, when I learned the language, I could see a tremendous difference. I started speaking with my neighbors, my landlord, and with my friends, and with my all the and sports school friends as well as the university friends, and those were the Danish, and they were very open. Rather, my Danish that time was not that fluent. I was able to speak few things, but but that Danish is sufficient to connect with them and to make them understand I'm making the efforts. And it was very easy to connect with them, and they were very accepting. Rather, they accepted my that kind of Danish also that time. Now I'm a fluent speaker, so now there is no problem. And when you actually start speaking the language, then basically the other barriers automatically drops down. The cultural barriers
Mhm.
drop down
Mhm.
because you start understanding the culture. Here
Mhm.
there is an open culture. Here there is a when you eat something, you say "tuck for Mel, tuck for sister." So that is very Thanksgiving culture here, and I started learning that, and that come very easily after learning the language. And actually all the things become so easy when you start interacting with the people, communicating on the daily basis, started fluently speaking the language, and people become more accepting. And I can
Mhm.
see that when I go for my now for campaigning as a candidate for the regional Velk and commune Velk, and I go and talk to the people, and mostly are 75% are Danish, and 25% are international. But they are so open, and they ask me. I got invited for the debates which happens in Danish. I got a panel discussion. I got invited in the media, in the where the 75 journalists were there, and I'm proud to say that I have able to face all the journalists in a good Danish conversation. So yeah, so that was a good difference that when I came here and today. Yeah.
Have you felt that your experience before you took up the language, people who come from non-EU background, have a different experience in Denmark? Is it harder for them to adjust in Denmark? Did you personally face any of those challenges?
As a dentist, I understood that when you come from the EU country, it is more easy. When you are from EU country, you can directly practice as a dentist here in
Mm,
Denmark. But when you come from any non-EU country, you can't directly practice. There is a big authorization procedure. There are a lot of rules and regulations.
mm,
And I think those regulations, if I look today, and I think those are okay because they
mm,
want to see that those people who are coming as doctors, dentists here,
mm,
they should have the same level of healthcare guidelines, and they should give the same level of healthcare which is expected in this country.
mm,
So I can understand that's why they have put all these authorization rules and regulations. So I'm okay with it. But the other thing which I have seen that when you come from the non-EU country, to learn the language is difficult, and to understand the system is also difficult.
mm,
And there is nobody who is going to tell you how to do it. So there is no guidance how to do
mm,
it. So you
mm,
have to start yourself and you have to learn yourself. And I was lucky enough I could do myself, and I have not gave up. I had not gave up in all this whole journey. But I don't know the other people, they don't have that kind of support system
mm,
where
mm.
they will go like me with a positive mindset.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know how they are surviving, but I say to the system, I take this opportunity to say to the system that they should provide more upgrading, more
Support.
yeah,
Mm,
to the people who are coming to Denmark. They should show them direction how to go and integrate. Saying integrate is very easy, but how to do it, you have to show it, you have to guide them. The
yeah.
guidance is very important. Yeah.
Yeah. Smita, you said something very interesting that when you arrived, you didn't see any role models like yourself, who built their own path in Denmark. Um, Specifically, now I want to talk about your political journey. What made you move from dentistry? Because, one would say you're very successful now. You've established yourself, you've done your certifications and, practice.
Authorization.
Yeah. And then why politics? And what was that moment or turning point that made you, think that, okay, maybe politics is the way forward now?
A very good question. And I'm so thankful that you have asked this question because that will give an enlightenment why I've gone and I have selected this journey. Because authorization doing, starting as a dentist, it was one of the part of my struggle. And I struggle a lot. During my whole this struggle, finding a job, doing authorization, getting integrated in the system, becoming the part of the system, working here as well as getting the citizenship. This was a
Mm,
long struggle.
yeah.
And during this time, I have understood that there is no role model to look at. There is nobody where I can see, oh, yeah, she has done it, or he has done it, and he has come as a spouse and done so strongly, and I should follow his footprints. There was nobody to look at. And I feel that there should be somebody in this society where has a different background, non-EU background, who are coming from the thousand kilometers away with their spouse to be with their family. And in that process, there should be somebody to look at and say, yes, if she can do it, I can do it too. If she is there, I can also reach there. And we could be actually uplift each other. And
Mm,
that's why I entered into the politics. I said I have to make this system integration easy for the other people, other international who are coming like me in this country in Denmark.
mm,
I should make them understand it is not impossible. Rather, the
mm,
impossible word is where I am possible. So we have to believe in that. And who will believe? the people like you and me who come
Mm,
here and positively contribute in this
mm,
society. And we should make them believe, see, it is possible. I can do it. I
mm,
have not a big background. I don't have a baggage from other country.
mm,
I come here,
mm,
start from zero, and I can start proudly here, and I get integrated myself. I can speak the language, I can pay the tax, I can
mm,
earn here, I can learn here, I can have my house, I can have my own identity. So why not you? Look at me. If I can do, you can also do it. So
mm,
this was very much needed. And one person in India, they said, if Shivaji has to be born, it has to be born your own family, not in other family. So somebody has to do it. So I said, why not me? My husband said, you are a good example. Be a good example for other spouses who are
mm,
coming in this country
mm,
and give them direction. If you can do it, they can also do it. So that was the decision we have taken, that
mm,
I should become in politics and I should positively influence the people. And politics is not at bad. It is a good thing. You can put
mm,
your
mm,
positive reinforcement in the society. You
mm,
can take the good decision. You can be a part of making the good policies. So I
yeah,
believe in that, and that's why I enter into the politics. Yeah,
yeah.
that was
And
needed.
I know
Yeah.
your, to be a dentist here was a challenging journey, but how was your journey to be a politician? The process to register and, get endorsement from the moderate party. What was that process like?
Yeah, exactly. Now I have not stopped my dentistry job. I'm still working 8 to every day 3:30. So my full-time job is still going in, and I'm also a politician now. And my evenings and mornings are completely packed. And I'm very thankful to my husband. But politics is a very different field where you
Mm,
are in the platform, where you are in the open platform. People
mm,
come, they talk to you, they approach you, they tell your problems. And I
mm,
was not that kind of person. Should say directly to that. I was very different kind of person. I was with my family, with my friends, and with my own group. And
mm,
now I'm in a public meeting. So that was the biggest change which has happened now. And secondly, the biggest change is the Moderatana is the party
mm,
which has given me a role to contestant as a candidate in both the
mm,
elections, the candidacy
mm,
in the regional wealth and
mm,
also Commonwealth, that is the municipal election as well as the region election. So I'm in both the places, and it's a very different thing because when you come to the politics, you are representing the whole group.
mm,
Now I'm a Danish citizen, but my background is I'm an immigrant. My
mm,
background is I'm a skilled worker. My
mm,
background, I come from other country. My background, I'm now dansk state Boa.
mm,
So I have a many facets, and I'm proudly showing my all the facets, and I'm saying, see, if I am here, I can make a difference. So be there, be in the politics, show your best side, and show them that you can do it. If I can do it, you can also do it. So that is the biggest, and I'm
mm.
very thankful to my party. They have selected me and given me a chance to contest the elections. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I really like that you're showing all your facets. And I think you are doing the part by taking part in the democratic process. But when it comes to voting, foreigners don't vote much. The voting percentage is still low. Why do you think it's important for them to vote? Maybe, because they don't know how things work. But why is it important that they show up at the polling stations?
See, democracy is the very important thing. Democracy is a system where you can vote and you can become a part of the system. And it is very important, if you want to have your own voice, if you have to have your own opinion, you should be the part of the system. You cannot make a parallel system. You cannot creep. I come from other land, so I should get all the benefits. No, you have to fight for yourself. You have
Mm,
to pay the tax. You have to become the part of the welfare samfund. You cannot make your parallel system. You
mm,
have to integrate in the main system. And
mm,
how? With the democratic system.
mm,
How? You have to vote, how you have to raise your voice, because democracy has given you a chance to become the part of the system. I'm
mm,
very sorry to say, in 2021 election, only 63 people percent, the percentage of the vote in the Commonwealth was 63%, and the
mm,
region wealth, it was 66 or 67%. So it was around 65% in both cases. And who
mm,
has not voted? those are international, those are ethnic background, who are not believing in the system. They may be having their own challenges and don't believe in the system, but
Yeah.
that will not give you a reason not to vote. Rather, you have to vote, because if you want to become a part of the system and you want your voice to be strongly heard, you need to be part of the system. And how? By voting. So it is very important. You should vote and you should say, see, this is my opinion. This is the way I'm thinking. I am the Danish citizen. I am the integrated person. I am the immigrant. I am the skilled worker, and I'm also contributing the system. So you can become a change of the system by voting, and it is very important. Every citizen and every person who has right to vote in Denmark, they should vote. It is very important. Rather, it is a developed country, so voting should be around 95 to 99%. But I'm very sorry to say it is only up to 65%. So there is a gap, and that gap has to be closed. And who will do that? We as the people, we as the citizen, we as the immigrant, we as the part of the system, we who are paying the tax,
Hmm.
we who are enjoying the welfare samphund, they have to do it. And it is possible to do just by voting on that day, going and voting next to your booth, which is next to your house. That is very easy actually. So
Yeah.
I'm taking this chance to request everybody who have an international background or Danish background or any ethnic background, please go and vote on 18th November for
Hmm.
the elections.
Yeah, that's a really important message,
Yeah,
Smita. And we are also actively sharing that if you don't vote, you don't show up in any database, you don't register your opinion anywhere, uh,
exactly.
then no one is listening if you don't make your
Yeah.
voice heard.
My next question to you, Smita, is that it's a very personal question. We all know that behind every successful man, there is a woman. So, in your
Yeah.
case, we would like to know who is that who is standing behind your success. I'm sure you need to
Oh,
have the entire ecosystem. So, we would like you to
yeah,
speak a
yeah.
little bit about it.
Exactly. As I said, the whole credit goes to my husband. He is the man behind me from all thicks and thins. We know each other last 18 years. I have grown up with him rather. We are married so many years and we are together, and we were in relationship before that. And this 20 years we know each other as a human beings. And he is there always with me, supporting me. He always back me up. I had my uh, times where I had a failures, and I had a good
Hmm.
times when I had a success. And both the things he has supported me without any conditions, without anything. Election is a thing which needs lot of people contact to go outside, miss the family life and balance most of the thing. And he is taking care. He has a job which is very highly skilled job, and he is need to be on the job every time, but he's taking care of my child at this moment, supporting me not only with his opinions and by his language, but also supporting me economically also for my campaign. So he's doing a lot of things, and I'm really thankful to my husband and my 7-year-old child and my family who is supporting me. So I'm really thankful to them. Yes.
It's really great to see that somebody
Yeah.
coming from our part of the world where we are always told that men are slightly superior than women, but he's breaking all the barriers and he's standing by you. That's amazing.
No, now I want to take this opportunity also say that, because many people think that in India it is men are very stronger personality. No, it is not like that. I am come from that household, or my even my husband comes from household where both my mother and my mother-in-law both were working. They had their own identity and they have their own persona in their whole life, and they have done also a very strong role in upbringing the children. That's me and my husband. So our families are different than other families. So
Hmm.
I have always seen the mothers are very strong in India, and they take most of the decision. And we both come from the same families. So in my case also it's the same. We are 50-50, and we take all the responsibilities together, and he is always there to support me, and I'm very proud of that.
Amazing, Smita.
Yeah.
So, Smita, before we have to wrap it up, I have last two or three questions, and if Meghna wants to add, she can add. Uh, what advice would you give to expat spouses who sometimes they feel in limbo because they feel undervalued, they are under employed, sometimes unemployed or discouraged because of the system? So, if you have any two or three piece of advice that you would like to give it to our expat spouses.
Yeah, it's very important when you come to the Denmark. You should understand that the system is very fair. Don't
Mm,
blame the system. You have to start yourself.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, take any job which is available. Start the education. Start first Danish language. Learn the language. Most of the language schools are free. You
mm,
have to go there, learn the language, and taught yourself. There are small courses available like Sosu Assistant, Sunahels. There are many courses which are the small courses. To take those courses. When you take a education in Denmark, it is considered as a work experience and you get paid. So
mm,
take those courses. Take any kind of work which is available. Establish yourself. Establish. Start taking your a first step to the community. Talk to the people. Make yourself comfortable with the Danish people. Try to integrate. You cannot have only a in as your own group. You should go outside in the society, meet every part of the society, say hi, say talk to your neighbors, tell them how, where you come from, what is your background, how you are, because you are also supporting your country, making a good name, in that way. So you have to be open. You have to take the job, contribute to the society, pay the scat, learn in this process, and make yourself strong. And by doing this, you can become a good citizen and you can become a good role model for the other people, to your kids, to your family, and other people around you. Yeah.
Thanks, Smita. I think once I heard, I think Maya Angelou saying that each time a woman stands for herself, she stands up for all. I think you are the one who has stood for yourself, and your inspiration, your story as an inspiration would be for a lot of our expat spouses who are there. I think my last question to you, slightly tricky. If you would have landed today, not 15 years ago, what would you have done differently, or to make your career path?
Oh, if I would have landed today, then first of all, I would have directly went to the Danish school. I would have not taken a time to think about how to start the life here in Denmark and how to do it. Directly from the airport, I would have gone to the Danish school and said, "See, I'm international. I want to take the entry and I want to integrate. I want to have a job in this country and I want to establish myself. So I want to start from day one." Or maybe on my journey from back home to here, I have learned something or started reading something in Danish on the aeroplane. So that
Amazing.
was the thing I would have done. And second thing would I have done is that I would have come with the mindset, see, there is a struggle and I cannot avoid that struggle. And it is better to enjoy every part of the struggle. Enjoy the process, then goal will be good. When you say that, when you are climbing the Mount Everest, when you go on the top, you understand there is nothing. The process which you have done, you have to enjoy. And it's very important to enjoy life. Last 15 years, they are just gone like this within a second. And I
Absolutely.
came to know that, yeah, I would have enjoyed a little bit more maybe. And
mm,
uh, but I have enjoyed actually. And I will say to the other people also, please enjoy the process. It is always good. Enjoy your life here, because what you have come from is having a good life for yourself, for your kids, for your family, and that you are actually achieving now. So enjoy the process, and automatically everything is going to fall in the right place.
mm,
It is
mm,
just a matter of time, and it will come. Don't worry. Don't worry. There is somebody who is helping you, who say it is God, nature, whatever. But there is going to fall everything on the place. So be nice, be kind to the people, help them, enjoy your process. There will be a lot of criticism. People will
mm,
criticize you for everything. If you do good or you will bad, there
mm,
will be a negative feedback. Don't take it other way around. Enjoy the things and enjoy it nicely and enjoy with a full heart. That is my only advice to all the immigrants and the
mm.
spouses who are coming in this society and trying to integrate here.
Thanks, Smita. I think you said it very well and summed it up in a very nice way that it's all about the journey because there's nothing called a start and begin. It's always the journey
Yeah,
that matters. Uh,
exactly.